Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello, hello, hello. I hope that you are doing really well. I hope that you are enjoying your day, afternoon, evening, night, whenever it is that you're viewing this video. I hope it finds you well. I love you guys, and thank you. For those of you that are joining me, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I look forward to each and every day to chatting with you, to just, you're an important part of my life. Okay, so I'm still trying to catch up. It's getting a little better, but I'm still behind. I have finished for day 16. I don't think I've put that up just yet. I think I already put day 14 and 15 up today. This is the 17th, technically, and I am behind, but I'm actually working on today's prompt now, finally, which is fabric and ledger paper. So let's get going with that. I have picked out some handkerchief pieces. Obviously, this one I've used that pink for something else. I've got some really beautiful, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? It's got a little hole right here, but that just makes it more precious. And I love the edging on this. So, so pretty. And then we have, look at this. Is that fabulous? Oh my goodness. They used to make handkerchiefs so, gorgeous, gorgeous. And this is a napkin that I've been using quite a bit of here and there. So I've got a lot to work with, and then I've also got some of these fun fabrics. I haven't really used this so much because it's got a lot of the more red in it, and I'm trying to stay with the pinks. But I do have, and I have not used this as of yet, I've got these cutter quilt. This is a fan block, and this was all hand stitched at some point, but it's been falling apart. The fabrics are coming apart and everything, so it was no longer able to be used as such. But I've got some fun pieces of that. So let's that just shows you some of the stuff that I could use, and of course I could use something that's entirely not on the list. So this is the ledger paper that I pulled out, and when I folded it, I had to cover it with some washi tape. I used both sides to give it strength. Otherwise, I'm afraid it would have broken over not too long a period of time, because it is a little more brittle. It's not brittle, but it's to the point where I just wanted to make sure I protected that from coming apart. So we just have to decide what we're going to do, how we're going to incorporate the fabric. Do I want to, like, I could put a pocket on. I'm not sure, guys, what I should, what I should be doing here. Now this is really pretty. This is so pretty. I wonder if that was hand done. Surely that wasn't. Let's look at that. If this was hand done, then it was absolutely stunning. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But whoever, I think this may have been, a commercially done. I think it probably was, because I think you'd see more maybe nodding back here, but I'm not sure, but I still think that's just gorgeous. And this might be pretty if it were put, let's see, if we put a little background underneath there too. That could be really pretty. And use a pocket, a tuck spot. You see the dilemma I go through. It always happens when I'm working on like a full page that's just all in its glory, just kind of there. Another thing that I was actually thinking about doing, let's see, that could go this way. I could just cover the whole thing. This is so pretty. Look at this. How gorgeous is that? These roses are just so pretty. I could do that, you guys. I could just cover the whole thing and stitch around and or glue. Let's see, how would that look? Let's kind of sort of be like that. Not as much of the design here would show. I mean, we could have the design, we could do it this way to where the design, this border, popped on two sides. We could do that like this and like this, kind of. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Another thing that I was thinking about doing, let's move that off to the side, was taking some of this old chintz, and I picked this up in a thrift store, and it's stained, this yellowing, but that's, that just kind of adds to the charm. But one of the things that I was thinking of doing is doing some pin tucking, which is, kind of gathering and folding as you go, and just kind of giving myself some texture, added texture, and yeah. But I don't think I'd want to do it this wide. If we do pin tucking, I would probably, and would I want it to go the whole length? And of course it could just look like, I could do that, or I could also just ruffle, just kind of a loosey-goosey, ruffly duffle. I could do that as well. So let's do this. Let's here's one length, and here's another length. So let's clip it right here. Okay. Move that off to the side. And then she said, hello. Well, let's see. Do we want to do that, or do we want to do something like a double ruffle, like that? See, there's just too many choices. All right, let's just do it. Let's just play. Oh, Hope this will turn out okay, since I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know. Oh, now if I do pin tucks, they won't show up as much as they might on a different pattern of fabric. It does give it more texture for sure. That's absolutely. And I could also do this with this. I could do it like this and do a smaller, but make like a double ruffle, you know, kind of like so. But I don't think I want that. So I think I still want it smaller. So we're going to cut this kind of in half again. Again. Now what would be really terrible is if, you know, we're looking through this and getting this all ready and then we decide not to use it in the end. Be like, okay, fast forward through the first 15 minutes of the video. So I could do this, just a ruffle. And I think I will do that. I'm going to make a ruffle. I think, do I want to sew on the ruffle or ruffle it and then glue it down? I've given myself a double length. With a normal ruffle, what you would do is like 1.5 to ruffle it. A double ruffle, double length gives it it's pretty tight ruffle. The 1.5 times would give you a moderate ruffle. So I could put that there. And what do we want to put here? All of this deliciousness. We want to show some of that for sure. And even seeing over that. Oh my word, look at that. Well, if that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Let's fold that in. And then let's trim that. Yeah. And I'm just going to do it even the lazy way, my friends. I'm leaving just a smidgen left. And I cut it so that this does it this way. Okay, kind of like that. So, I'm going to press this down. I'm going to spritz this with some pink and maybe some coffee to take a little bit more of the white away, although the white's kind of cool. I don't know that I want to take it. Maybe just a little bit of pink. I'll return. Okay, I have glued and stitched around this thin little piece of tracing paper on top here. I did spritz it with a little bit of pink, but I really like this because it shows through. It tones down this, which is fine. I love this, but this pink Christmas journal is a little more frou-frou-y. And so, anyway, now what I did here, just to catch you up, I stitched and I used a four on my sewing machine, which is a wide stitch, which is a long stitch. I did 3 so that I can then go ahead now and ruffle it. Wait a minute. Yeah, all three of those. So see, it kind of gives a little bit of a pin tucking, well, no, ruching. I don't know. I don't remember. What's it called? Those of you that are sewers and stuff, is that ruching? Is it? It's not pin tucking. But anyway, it's a cool look. I like that. So when I get the 3 done like that, then I just scrunch it up like this, and we get a fun pattern. So I thought this would make it super fun then to put it on here. And when I get further down, I'll tie these threads off, because if I don't tie them off and I keep going like this, then there would be no point. It would just unravel. The stitching would, I'd pull it through the threads, and then it would just, there would be no point to the whole thing, to the whole process. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I will just tie each one of these off, little knot. And the reason that I'm not tying them together is okay. This is, my eyeballs are kind of like, whoa, where is that? What is that? This is driving me nuts. My poor little eyes. But I didn't do them together because it would pull the fabric together at the bottom here. And I may just want it, I may not want that. Okay, here we are again. So now let's go ahead and we will just continue to ruffle this. This is just a fun, I haven't done this for quite some time. This is kind of fun to do. Just try some different things, my friends. And if you don't, excuse me, if you don't sew, that's okay. You can glue a ruffle. You can have something that's already ruffled and glue it on. So it's not like, if you can't have a sewing ruffle on there, that it's not a fabulous piece of work. It's just different. And that's what I love, is that we can all be different. We can enjoy each other for the things that we enjoy the same, but also celebrate our differences. Absolutely. Wouldn't it be a boring world if we were all the very, very same? When you have children, every child is different. Everyone. You can have so many different personalities. Okay, I think that is going to be good. So that's just, that's just something that I have not done in a long time. I've done it before, but I don't know if I've done it on a journal or not. I don't remember. I definitely have done it on some of the fabric things that I've made, bags and things like that. This is going to drive me nuts. Okay, that's just going to drive me nuts. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not going to mess with it, you guys. I'm just going to get my Fabri-Tac. We're just going to, glue it. And then I'll... and then I'll attack it. Okay, so let's get that a-going. And we will just come down the whole way. We'll see how that works. Let's see, this was the right side. Yes, this was the right side. Get all those little tanglies. Dangly tanglies. Let's start at the bottom here so that we make sure that we get the ruffle the way we want. And then we'll pull these little guys. Maybe. Maybe we'll just do it by hand. Oh, goodness. It's okay. All right. I can get on board with that. Okay. Now, I will trim off the little danglies. I know some people leave the threads on, and I think that's fabulous. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's turn that just a little bit. Okay, so here we go. We've got a page that we have fabric. We have a ledger paper. Now, let's see how much more we'll do. I'm not sure. I wanted to bring that we made the other day. Oh, and I've forgotten. I'm supposed to decorate this. Okay, thank you for reminding me. So I can't attach this anywhere until I get it decorated. All right, we'll just stick that back. Okay, now I may just want to do a little, just put an image on here. I could glue a tag, I could glue a pocket. This is the one that we did just before. That's got the wings and the label. I think that's super pretty. Let me see. Do I have anything else that could be used? Ooh, looky. This was, again, one of our other, ooh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I may do that. I may leave this for a little bit. I could even do, like, glue something like this on. No, I want this to be able to write on, so I don't want to do that. And I kind of love it in here. So this one might go better on when it has more room around it. That might be just a teeny bit too big for this space. Let's see. What else do we have? I have this sweet little thing. Okay. Well, maybe nothing immediately. I'm not seeing anything that is jumping out at me at the moment and saying, use me. So I think what I will do, my friends, is I'm going to put some type of flat lace or ribbon on here. And then I don't know. What? Tell me. Do I have to do all the thinking? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just being a snot for sure today. Oh, golly. It's just good to visit with you guys. I love you guys so much. Okay, I'm going to call this not done. But to be continued. I'm going to call it the end of the video. because I have fulfilled the requirements with the ledger paper and with the fabric. And I'm going to see if another prompt will help finish the rest of this. And I will, like I said, I am going to glue a pretty flat lace down here, or it could be rickrack or a ribbon, something of that nature, or some pretty yarn, you know, something that way. All right, I'm gonna call it good. I tell you what, I'm trying to catch up. I'm excited for when I can say today is the 18th and I'm actually, you know, working on the 19th, right? All right, guys, I love you. I hope that you will have a wonderful rest of the day or evening or night. And until next video, please, please, please have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now. Okay, so I lied. I looked at that and I just like, I cannot leave that just like that. My friends, it's like, oh, golly. So here we go. So I glued, as you can see, I glued some tiny rickrack on here. I used the kind of a teal green that I've been using and did the pink. And now I'm thinking that this would be a really fun one to put here because you can still journal and you've got a little bit more space. So I pulled out some trims that I thought could work, you know, to decorate. Ooh, that's pretty. We could do the top and the bottom if we wanted to do that one, couldn't we? That's pretty. I like that. So let's take a peek at another one and see what we think. I like that, but not as well for this particular project. Sometimes you really do just have to go with what speaks to you. Okay, here's another one. Yeah. Pretty, but yeah. And here is another one. And whoa. Kind of got that one bound up with a little bit of elastic. So we could do this. Oh, and wouldn't that have been pretty right there? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll have to leave this out so that we can use this somewhere else in this journal so I don't forget that I have it, which does happen. If I had a box or two, that would make it so much easier if that's all I had. But you know how that goes. Okay, so if I were to do this up yonder and do this, or do this in the middle, let's take a little bit more than what we might need. Oh, actually, I don't mind that, where it comes over like so. And we may do the same up here. All right, trying to get this done. Oh, I guess we should do this first. All right, let's do this first. We shall finish this. Oh, golly. I just was like, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get this done really, really fast. And I can't. The perfectionist part of me, which I will tell you, my friends, is a curse, because no one is perfect. No one will ever be perfect. There was one, the only one who ever lived who was, and it's not me. But I still, get caught up in trying to make it so, so amazing. And, that's just not realistic either. Okay, come on. Oh, I have to tell you guys, I'm a little bit upset. Not like huge, I suppose, but it is kind of irritating. We have ordered something that was supposed to be here yesterday, which we know because of the, what's going on. Stuff happens. I get that. But it was coming FedEx. And for any of you FedEx employees, I don't mean to denigrate anybody at all. But just like anything else, there are good apples and not so good apples. And we had a message. Dave got a message yesterday saying, "We missed you." It's something that has to be signed for. We have to sign it. "We missed you. We'll try again tomorrow." Well, we were home when they came, supposedly, and we have a doorbell, and Dave was in the living room. He didn't hear anything. Of course, I'm back in my studio, and I didn't hear anything. So I mentioned to him last night, and I think I told you about this, didn't I? That he was putting a note on the door for today so that they wouldn't miss. Well, we were absolutely home, and we deliberately, remember, I didn't get that little breakfast sandwich, that old McD's, hello, because we were waiting. And he kept watching, and he put a note by the doorbell that says, "Ring doorbell hard or knock loudly." And he gets a message that says, "We missed you again today. We'll try again tomorrow." Well, today we knew absolutely for positive that somebody was not being truthful on their end of it, because we were home. He was home. He kept watching for this item, and then he gets this email. Nobody showed up. They just told us that. So anyway, he called around and he found where the location was for the FedEx where they load the trucks, and he went there to see them because he didn't have a local phone number. He had called their 1-800 number, and anyway, talked to a person there, and supposedly they tried to call the driver, but the driver didn't respond, and so they were going to call Dave to, when the truck came back, so we could go pick it up. Anyway, so it's just like, why? Anyway, it's all okay. It just frustrates me when people tell tales. And it isn't, we don't want to get anybody in trouble, but we really do want to get this item, which is, we've been hovering around the house, going, nowhere, so that he can get this. And so, yeah. Okay, now I'm done. And I'm done with this. Now I'm really done. And I really do like it. I'm like, yeah, this looks good. And you still have room to write, which makes it kind of fabulous too. Love this, love this, love this. Love you too. All right, I'm gone. Bye.